we have autism to some degree, and that autism is 10 times more common today than it was in the 1980s, or that boys are 3 to 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with autism than girls. People with autism are all around us. They even attend classes at Bridgewater State University. I know this because I was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder when I was 2 years old, and I go to Bridgewater. My name is Shelby Ricciardi. I am 20 years old. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. My older brother Lee, who is 21 years old, and my younger sister Lauren, who is 19 years old, also have autism. Lauren is going to be speaking after me. Autism is considered a spectrum disorder. This means some people with autism are more challenged with communication and social skills. They are the lower end of the spectrum. Then there are people who are more high functioning and have better communication skills, but who still struggle with social skills. These people, like me, are on the higher end of the spectrum. We are considered to have Asperger's syndrome. I bet most of the people in this room know someone with autism. But if not, you are seeing more and more people on television and in the movies that have autism. Some of the characters, like Sheldon Cooper in the comedy The Big Bang Theory, and Temperance Brennan on the medical drama show Bones, both have Asperger's syndrome. However, the writers of those shows never addressed it in the show. The audience know that they have Asperger's by their characteristics. Then there are other characters like Max Braverman on the TV show Parenthood, whose Asperger's is talked about in the show. In fact, his diagnosis was addressed in the show. It was an opportunity to educate the audience on what Asperger's is and how families react to the diagnosis. Now that you know a little bit about autism spectrum disorder, let me share a little bit about myself and my experience living with Asperger's and attending college. I attend Cobb Middle High School, but I also attend Bridgewater State University through a program called DICE. The ICE program, which stands for Inclusive Concurrent Enrollment, not only allows me to audit a class at BSU, but it also provides me extra support to be successful. I meet with an educational coach, a job coach, and peer mentor each week to address the challenges I experience. People with Asperger's are challenged with many of the same things that most college students are challenged with, but it is usually an increased rate. For example, many college students experience some level of anxiety when going to school. But for students with Asperger's, this anxiety can actually impact their day-to-day functions. According to Stephen Shore of Autism Speaks, another major challenge is the difficulty grasping the big picture. Probably one of the most challenging areas is in dealing with social skills. People with Asperger's can have difficulty perceiving the emotional states of others. For example, when someone has a difficult time understanding the double meaning of a joke or idiom, it can cause them to feel isolated or alone. Or if they can't read the facial cues or body language, it could cause a misinterpretation of someone's meaning. Personally, my experience at Bridgewater has been very good, but there have been times I had some struggles. Nothing major, just times when I need to have a little extra time to process something or to ask for help. Like a lot of kids who don't have autism, it took me a little time to feel comfortable in a new place. It was also a little scary walking around campus in the beginning. But every time I do stuff independently, I feel very proud of myself. I am also proud of myself that I can stand up here today and speak to you about autism. This is not something I could have done a few years ago. I took a class called Public Speaking that helped me be more confident in myself. In closing, I want to thank you for inviting me to speak here today. I think it's great that your school is doing this Light Up Blue event to raise awareness of autism. One of the personal goals is to help educate teachers. I think every teacher will have a student with autism in their class someday. If they know more about it, it will be a more successful experience for everyone. Thank you again for listening to me.